A very good morning to you. And I'm working on the isolation transformer project. And I've got my metal work. I haven't finished cutting all of it, and I haven't finished drilling and messing about. And I just thought I'd show you where I was going with this. Now, this large square piece is going to be one of the front panels, or the front panel as opposed to the back panel. I've got two this size and two slightly narrower. And the reason for that is there is the bottom and the top. Now, this originally started out as box section, and it's 4mm thick, which in old money is 5/32 thick. So 4mm, as you can see, it's quite thick. This panel is, if I just turn it end on, which is out of focus to that camera, but probably okay on that camera. This is 1.5mm thick, which is, I don't know, what's that say? 20th of an inch, 2/32, a 16th of an inch thick. So, you know, it's about 2.5 times thinner than this. And my whole plan is to build this up like this. And it's going to be like this, with the front panel having the switches on. Now, obviously, the transformer I'm going to use this camera at the side. The transformer will sit in this space, which is why you probably can't see it, but I've marked in pencil, first of all, the edges of these lips up the top here and down at the bottom. And then I've measured the height of the transformer from the inner edge to the top of the transformer, which leaves me a dead space here and down here. What I plan to do with that is mount a voltmeter on the input to give me some form of, you know, measuring the input voltage, which is what my standalone meter does at the moment, just to measure the AC voltage, and also to have one on the output so I can see what the output voltage is, and then have some switches for the dim bulbs. Let me move this piece out the way for the moment and just put it down on the floor so it doesn't get damaged. Now, let's assume that this is the top piece, and you'll have to excuse the state of the aluminium at the moment because all I've done so far is cut it. I can fit 3 of these small base lamp holders on the top, and I didn't know whether to just go with 3 or to just have 2, or to actually make it even more different and have a stack of, say, 4. You know, how much I would ever need that much resistance on something, or that little resistance on something, because obviously when they're all on, the resistance will be a quarter of what it is of a single bulb. It's one of those things that, you know, which way do I go with it? And this part I'm still thinking about. Personally, I'm probably all for the 3 in line. It's decisions. Actually drilling these in is not going to be a problem, because, you know, it's 2 holes at the edge and 1 through the middle for the wire. Obviously these are UK approved, and they're designed for UK mains voltage of 250 volts, no problem. Obviously that's the RMS value. The peak on UK mains is about 360.707 times 250 is yeah, about 360, 365 volts on, you know, as a peak to peak value. Now, the digital meters I was going to use, A, because I'm lazy, and B, because I think they're different. I got these a little while ago, and they did come from China, and they look like industrial push buttons, but they're not. They're actually AC meters. And if I get the red one out, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, probably not at all well. Let's see if I can see through the lens. No, blue one. See if the camera can see through blue better. Yeah, just about. You can see that there's actually a 3-digit LED display in there, and it says volts underneath it. Now, because I'm drilling aluminium, it's going to be quite easy to drill a round hole as opposed to a, you know, square metre hole. Now, yes, I could drill a square metre hole by putting the 4 holes in the corner, cutting it out with a Dremel or the jigsaw, and just basically filing it down to make it neat and tidy. Or I could just use the pillar drill and drill 1 hole and the meter slots in. Also, the fact that this is neat and compact is quite a good idea, actually. In fact, let me show you the yellow one. I think that one shows up the clearest without having to do stupid things with the camera. So yeah, so there's what the thing looks like unlit. Now, I haven't set the bench up to test for, you know, AC volts. There's the green one again. Yeah, you just catch the light through the thing. So I've got 4 of those, and only need 2 for this, an input and an output. Current, I didn't know whether to put in a digital meter or an analog one, and I do have a digital one that I can stick in, one of those little Chinese square things. I also have one of those all-in-one meter things. I do have one of those that does volts, amps, power factor, watts, kilowatt hours, and shows the frequency. And that's actually said to be rated for 20 amps. Well, this transformer is going to be limited to about 6 amps anyway, because that's its rating. And if I'm drawing 6 amps at 240 volts, that's a fair bit of wattage. So, you know, it's roughly 1,000 watts, about a kilowatt of energy. Now, if I'm working on something that requires a kilowatt of power, it better be a damn good heater. So, that's the lighting or the metering side of things sorted. I'm still umming and ahhing about the type of switches to use. I have, and I'll bring my switch box over. Again, you know, I've got these, which are 6 amp, 250 volt rated switches, and they do have a little neon inside them. I believe it's a neon. I can't actually remember. So yeah, so that's the switching I was going to use. I did think I had some round mains rated switches, which again would be nice and simple, you know, just click the button and drill the hole and push them in the hole. But I think I am going to have to do some filing. So that's where I am on this project. I'm going to, over the next few days, cut things out. This weekend I have my daughter coming back from university, so not going to be working on anything the whole weekend. In fact, the Friday afternoon I'm going to pick her up. So yeah, it's a 2.5 hour drive down, 2.5 hour drive back. I might even eat something in the middle. Might even get my hair cut, because it is getting a little bit fluffy. So we shall see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to close this video here. I think we've done enough talking about this this little project. There's nothing really fantastic about it. You know, everybody can make a dim bulb tester, and making a multi-video series about it is probably not the right thing to do. but then look how long it took me to build that fender. If you like what you see, let me know. Click like, click subscribe, push the bell icon, leave comments. Please leave comments. I really do look forward to reading them, answering them. They do all get an answer. And it lets me know whether I'm doing anything wrong, whether you think of anything that I could do to improve things, whether it be with the channel, whether it be with this particular project, or whether it would be with anything else you've seen on the channel. Just let me know in the comments, and be much appreciated. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.